Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Autonauts with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful little world in our little bot empire. We left off here in the last episode working a little bit on our clay mining and clay pot construction efforts. Because we didn't really quite get enough of those in at the moment to feed our production chain up here to make crude bread, which we do quite dearly need to finally be able to upgrade some more of our settlers to level 3 in those beautiful already, well, at least partially built log cabins. You can see there's already more waiting, and we are certainly not stopping it there, so we do need to slowly but surely make sure that we align the resources needed here. So, today we will start by diving right back into that, making sure that now the changes we made in the last episode are enough to actually get enough clay pots flowing in. If not, we'll boost that kind of stuff more. And once that is all ready and good to go, we will be looking straight over here where we have the cotton already piling up for basically like the last 5 episodes, or maybe even 10 episodes. And we'll look at actually making that cotton into cloth, which should be very, very nice indeed. So, without further ado, let us go ahead and get started on that end, which... to be honest, we already seem to be having a first issue over here, which seems to be around the shovels not being resupplied at a fast enough pace. Also, we seem to have a little bit of a dead zone here. Yeah, well, that is due to us not having the proper zone for recharging set up, no? Okay, yeah, so we need to first and foremost go and alter this little guy's work zone a little bit, because it doesn't align well enough with this guy's work zone. I think if we do it like this, hopefully we won't run into much of any issues in the future. We'll see. We'll find out. Does that get him going? That's him, right? Yes. Oh, there was multiple bots out of charge there. And what is the reason that we are not getting any shovels in anymore? Where's the guy that's supposed to take care of that? We do have shovels here. Did I accidentally reprogram the shovel bot? Or did we never have one? Oh, there he is. I mean, I'm guessing he's too slow. Let's give it a minute. Maybe he was also one of the discharge bots that just got recharged due to that little bot having his working area misaligned. I don't know. I think we'll just give this whole construct a few minutes and we'll see, you know, if we keep having this issue or not, and then, you know, how this all works out. Like, let's give it 5 or 10 minutes, you know, let everything play out and the clay actually be mined at a bit of a faster pace and everything be fed in properly, and then we'll just see how things turn out and we'll get back to it. So, in the meanwhile, we will go and have a little look at this. So, you can see here, we are mining some cotton, and we're even getting the lint out of there, we're getting cotton seed out of there, you know, everything's set up, I think, from a basic production point of view. You know, we even have a little guy here watering, which let's see if, you know, they're able to take care of it fast enough when we start actually taking some cotton out. But before we even get going with that, we need to find out what means of cotton production we have. And I guess it will be the spinning wheel here that we will be using. First and foremost, though, for the spinning wheel, we do need... oh, and I guess it's a clothing station on top of that? Actually, interesting point. How about we start by getting... well, we start out by getting these built down here by our little bots, so we can have a little peek at what is needed in terms of materials and what the production flow is, and then we can go from there. I am quite sure that we will need some form of building, though, given, you know, the needs of the spinning wheel, so maybe... we just expand the bakery to up here, you know, and then we, you know, if we ever need to expand our food capabilities, we can just expand the building downwards if we ever need to expand any clothes production, yada yada. We can just expand upwards, or maybe even just to the left side, and then we have some space for extra materials, something along the lines of that, you know, keep it nice and simple. For that purpose though, let me go and tear these little puppies down here so we can actually already make some space. We do have some walls, we do not have any more doorways, well, arches. Because, yeah, we don't have door frames being made just yet, so we're just working with arches. But I guess that is fine. I'm not even sure what you would need a door for instead of just an arch. Because the arch still counts as closing off the wall, but, you know, maybe there's something in the future. Weatherproofing it for when you need to build, like, big buildings for your settlers. I don't know. Colonists. They're called colonists, right? I think so. Anyways. Getting sidetracked here, so we'll get that scheduled, that's fine. We do have a little bit of walls, albeit probably not enough. And we've got some flooring, albeit probably also not enough. That said, we can probably just start out by getting a little bit of something set up here. And you can see how quickly this actually comes to an end. And then we can kind of just already go and be like, yes, please make all the flooring in the world. You know, just get something pre-produced, because we will need a lot more. And we'll certainly need a lot more in terms of walls too, but, you know, one thing after the other. Botsies will certainly need some time. So, in the meanwhile, yeah, we're not going to be able to look at this, but we are going to be able to look at that. We've got some cloth. I guess this here is for... Oh no, this is actually for our settlers, right? Because it does have the little hearts here. So it does turn out you need multiple clothing stations, I suppose. Does it matter which one of these? No. Oh, it does, because we only have cotton. So I guess we would be doing tunics, for which we then would have cotton cloth, for which we then need cotton thread. And I'm supposing that for the cotton thread we'll be needing the spinning wheel. But let me find that out. And in the meanwhile... Okay, no, but in the meanwhile, we can actually set this back up. I was kind of like, oh no, now I picked it up, but now I can't schedule another one. We'll just put this back down so I can schedule another blueprint, because we do need, in any case, at least 2 of these. Let's see then how well the frequencies align and how much of everything we end up needing. But we will go and just plop this down right there for a second so we can have a little peek in for ourselves, and, you know, just find out how that is going to go and work out for us. Now, in the meanwhile, I'm gonna go actually start laying down some walls here, removing any sort of blueprints that I accidentally set up in the meanwhile, and, you know, we'll kind of just spam this with orders, because we do need every last bit of wall and flooring. So we'll get some stuff going, you know, just slowly but surely constructing. Is there any way, by the way, to tilt the camera? That would be super useful here. I am not sure. I'm not going to take the time now to check the controls, because evidently we want to make progress here. And we don't have all the time in the world for that. But if you do know, of course, you know, if you just happen to know right now, please feel free to let me know down below. It would be absolutely great. Also, all this flooring stuff, holy moly, is it taking a lot of logs instantly, so something to keep in mind. We're really draining the log storage quickly. We do surely want to watch out not to drain it too quickly. Oh wait, no, we are making door. No, we're not making doors. We were going to make doors, but we didn't have the frames. We are making the walled stone. It does seem like we've got all the stones in the world, which is great. Doesn't seem to be much of a shortage there at the moment, which, you know, can change at any point in time, but currently all fine. Now, we're up here. Let's have a little look here. Okay, so this is as simple as we thought. So, what we're basically going to do is we're going to go pick this up. And I'm going to leave a little bit of space here because, of course, we don't quite know yet if we don't need another one of these. So, what I will be doing, well, if I do have enough crates, which I don't, but well, we can just, you know, kind of tentatively block this. And actually, this is not necessarily ideal. How would we ideally set up a production line where we have to... Do I have any redundancies here, or is it always just one table into one table? It's always just one table into one table. Kind of wondering how I would ideally set up a production line where we could end up having this stuff twice. You know, thinking of, in case we need a little bit more output, making the logistical paths as short as possible, if that makes sense. I am thinking we want to set them up, kind of behind each other, if that makes sense. So that would mean, yeah, let's kind of just, then do I need it that wide? Maybe we'll just half it in the middle too. Yeah, okay. Let me take the opportunity here to quickly redesign this stuff into something that makes it a little more sense shape-wise. Damn it. See, that's why I would like to change the camera angle here. Where did this come from now? Marul, I guess. Boop. So, what I'm wanting to do here is I want to keep it a little bit more on the front, basically. And instead we're going to make things like 5 wide. Oh, already running out of stuff here. And then we're going to kind of just cut it in the middle. So like there maybe. And then we can use this for other purposes. Of course, that shape just makes way more sense. At least in my mind. Hopefully we don't need to somehow upgrade it from a width perspective in the future, but then again, it's not like we have put something there yet, so I guess all should be fine. I'm really a bit... Oh no, wait a second, it doesn't poke through. I was going to say I'm a little bit annoyed that this would poke through, but actually that does work perfectly, so maybe we actually create some flooring for all these corners here then as well to make things look good. Well, at some point, because right now I think we can't really afford just wasting materials, but I mean, I guess you get the point. How do I... Nope. Oh no, I don't need to rotate. This fixes itself, I guess, once we have... Where do I... Here. I guess this fixes itself once it connects to some walls, which will happen here any time. Now, I am going to go put one right there too, and I am now going to require some more walls, which are nicely waiting for us right here, so that is beautiful. Also, we've got all the flooring in the world, so that is great. Just need to watch out not to accidentally tear something down that I don't want to tear down. Cool, so that should be enough just to close this stuff off here nicely for us, and it is indeed, and we do even have a good bunch of flooring remaining, which we can just kind of use to close this stuff off. Yes, look at that. I love how the game is actually intelligent enough. I'm not sure if it was always the case, to be honest, because I remember this actually poking out of the house, but in any case, I am loving how it is, at least now. Can't tell you, as I said, if it was that way in the future, but now it seems to be intelligent enough to know not to have this stuff poke out. Also, there's a piece of flooring missing right here now because I was not able to see that. Turnable cameras, that would be nice. The issue being that we don't really have that many more logs, so I'm just going to make a small field of flooring right there for the time being, then I'm going to let the logs refill because I don't want to, you know, break any other production chains down the line here, and... You know, these guys are already always overloaded, so gotta kind of make sure that that's going to be fine. Now, that said, so that this makes everything a bit easier for us, albeit I have in fact kind of missed checking one thing here, which is whether I have enough space in width. Maybe we do need to end up making it a bit wider. We will find out once I find this. So, this needs to be there, and that's, yeah, we need to make things wider, evidently. Idea being, of course, and we need to make things even one, okay. Little bit of a change of plans. I have not quite perfectly set this one up yet. The walls need to go one out one further, rather. So like this, so that we do end up getting enough space. Then I do need some flooring. And I hope this at least gets us through that. Well, hey, I'm missing one piece of flooring again. Oh, there we go. Okay, and that at least fixes that. Now we do need to change... Really? How do I get rid of that now? A scythe. Oh, how handy. We have one lying around right there. Be gone, wildflowers. Be gone. Okay, so we can just deposit these outside, I guess. Actually... I'm not sure, we may want these for, like, colouring purposes, to be honest, so... Can I just plant them, like, right here, maybe? To my shame, I have to admit. But I have somewhat forgotten what I need to plant things. Nope, not a flail, I need a hoe. Do we have a hoe here somewhere? Hoe. I kind of just want to make sure to not lose the thing in case, you know, the next blue flower is like on the other end of the map and I need to run for 15 years to get it set down somewhere, so... There we go. Flower can grow there now, and, you know, if we need to get blue ink for any purposes, we have it. I could imagine you need it at some point to, like, tint the clothes for more advanced settler needs or something like that, you know. We'll see. We'll find out. That said, that is this setup. So now we can actually put one thing down here, one thing down there. And I think the plan for this is probably quite clear to you all already. Of course, we'll be making tunics here, and we will be making the cotton cloth right there. And then, you know, the idea is that in the future we can plonk one more down here and just, you know, have things nicely aligned and streamlined like that, basically. Also then for logistics purposes that we just have, you know, everything close by each other. That said, we do need more space for this, as you can see. So, I don't think... Yeah, we do not have enough walls for that. Actually, let me see now. How much wider do we actually need to make this setup? We would need to have space for an output storage there and an input storage here. So 2. So this... Well, actually, I mean, we do have enough walls, I guess. Because evidently, I mean, you can just kind of go and knock that door frame down, put a door frame in right there, knock these walls down and be done with it. But of course, we do need a bit more flooring, which will not be so great for block storage. But to be honest, it's not looking that badly. So I will actually go and just schedule another full batch of this, so we just, you know, have some backup for future purposes, and then, you know, this can continue to function as normal. But once that is then done, we can set up the remainder of the flooring here, and then we should be good to get going. Well, not get going, but to get going. Well, not to get going with production, but to get going with the setup of this entire production line. In fact, we are not going to be. Because the one crucial thing I forgot about was the fact that we are lacking crates. So let me go and slap down some crates here. I hope this is actually still in the radius of building. I suppose it is. Okay, so just a massive amount of crates, really. They only take planks and poles, which you can see are super full still anyway, so that's totally fine, especially since we're not really producing any more bots at the moment until we throw more at this topic, so should be all good. And then we also already have some backup there. Now, while that's all being made by our bots, we will take the chance to have a quick peek back down here. First and foremost, it does seem that the shovel issue has been resolved. So, pretty happy about that. This guy is still waiting for his little exercise of recharging the recharging bot. Which, you know, he's still going strong. We'll see when that ends up happening, huh? We will see. That said, how is this stuff looking? Oh? No, we're kind of still low on clay, to be honest. Which is crazy if you think about it. Are we low on clay here, though? I mean, not... Nah, I mean, we kind of... Okay. We've kind of balanced it out for 2 bots to be transporting everything. Does this little guy here have to wait for materials? Not significantly, I would say. I mean, it feels like it's a lot better. I'm not sure it's great. The thing is, I'm not sure where we started off with the clay pot storage. Okay, we'll be observing the clay pot storage a bit. If it is filling up gradually, I think it is fine. Because I feel like the consumption speed here isn't that fast, so we don't need to necessarily produce at max speed down there. But let's see. So we started off at 42. We'll look at the end of the episode again, and if we're at like 50-ish or so, then we'll just call it a day for the time being at least. And then, you know, we can always scale up in the future if and when needed. So, you know, let's see. Now, that said, we are making progress down there, which is beautiful. Well, the one guy that needs to throw all the planks at the issue is, of course, a bit overworked, but he'll be fine. And in the meanwhile, you know, we are good to get going right here, I would say. Which is beautiful. Oh, not quite. Still lacking a few crates, but we're getting there. And we can go and throw some flooring at this topic, which is also beautiful. Ah, maybe that was why everything was sticking out, because it wasn't connected properly yet. May honestly be the case. I am not too sure about it, to be honest. Well, I don't know. It's not like we will find out. It is what it is, you know. It is what it is. But I am sure glad that this is the thing, because that looks way better than having these little patches of dirt in your buildings. So, I mean, that's kind of weird, right? So, quite cool that. Now, tearing down some more crates, and then I think we will be more or less ready with a setup for production. No, we need one more. Can I get one more? I mean, I technically could, but not without removing the blueprints. So that's great. We can upgrade that at a later point. Now, everything's actually set here already. We've got all the crates. I mean, we're pretty much good to go, which is nice. Now, where are we with the clay pots? It feels like we're kind of sort of in a bit of an equilibrium here, to be honest. We're not really gaining, but we're not really losing. That said, everything is still super slow here. I'm not really convinced, to be honest. Oh, this is enough for a significant amount of citizen. Oh. I am unsure. Okay, I would say, everyone, we'll get back to that topic in the next episode. You know, we'll probably assess this a bit more, maybe make a few more upgrades to make sure, you know, that we're actually producing at a fast enough pace. Maybe even just, you know, setting up a second cooking pot. And a second thing here, or we'll find out. So, let's see about this in the next episode. The main thing, though, that we will be doing in the next episode is well, firstly set up a third crate here, and then we'll go and throw all the bots at the issue. So we'll start transporting, of course, then all the cotton lint over to here, and, you know, we'll have a guy making the thread, which goes into there. We'll have the cloth being made, then we'll have the tunics being made, and everything being fed into the crate in the end. And then we have a small little production chain going on top, which is going to be beautiful. Then we will go and make sure, of course, that everything's fine here, that we are making enough bread to feed our citizen. And once all that stuff is lined up, we'll finally go and get all these guys up to level 3, slowly but surely, and amp up our research a good bit. So, I think that sounds like a really exciting plan. I hope you all are excited about that as well. For today, though, we're ending off the episode right here. I hope you all enjoyed it very much, of course. If you did, as usual, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below. And if you're new around the channel and do want to stay around for future episodes, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below, as well as the bell right next to it. With all that out of the way, though, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.